that. What's goody, what's goody, what's ga? Do you like that?
I like that. That's pretty
Oh,
good.
okay.
I think it was what's goody, what's goody,
What's goody, what's goody, what's ga?
I like that.
Okay. So, I'm here with my friend Terrence.
Tony.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Tony.
But it doesn't even matter. You don't even have, because it's like you two, Tony. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's fine. Call me whatever you want.
Okay. So, it's Tony again with Mick. Michaella-May. Ooh,
Yes.
ooh. Yeah, so we're just doing a little mukbang with some Chinese food.
Shrimp fried rice.
Shrimp fried rice, some eggs, some veg. I think these are carrots. Yeah, it smells good. So you've already dug into it a little bit because it smells that good.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's eat. We bless the food. Father, bless the food that we're about to receive. May it nourish our bodies, and we are truly grateful in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. So how are you? What's going on?
I'm doing great. I'm actually really happy today. I feel like we met up today and we were like really productive, and so I'm really excited.
Yes.
Now we're kind of like simmering down, just vibing out. Just kind of like taking in what all happened today. So
Absolutely.
for the most part, so this video
very productive
yeah.
today. Very.
I'm excited.
Don't it feel good like when you just wake up and it's just like, oh my gosh, you've done everything you needed to do, like check. It's a good feeling, you know?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's a lovely feeling. This smells good.
So there's always someone who woke up and just sat there.
Don't be that person. I'm a hypocrite because I was that person yesterday.
And I was too. I text you.
Yeah.
I went to sleep twice.
Wow.
Let's see what it's up.
It's good. Thanks for this
So many
recommendation.
flavors.
I know, right? You'd think because we're in China we'd be sick of Chinese food, but every once in a while you get a craving for it.
Okay, when you don't, you just go to your nearest KFC. But I've only been here almost 2 weeks, so you've been here how long?
Just over 2 months. So yeah.
Did you eat Chinese food in the UK?
The UK lied to us because my mum always used to order a special fried rice, no pork, extra shrimp. So when I came here, we were like, yeah. Can we get a special fried rice? There's no such thing as special fried rice over here. London made that, England made that to suit a British palate. Okay?
What is special fried rice?
Special fried rice is basically rice like this, with shrimp, with pork, with chicken, with peas, sometimes sweet corn, all blended into one concoction. There's no such thing over here. What is really like traditional, I guess, is what they like to do. They like to have rice on the side, meats, veg, all dotted around the table, and you add it and you mix it yourself.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that if you go to your Chinese restaurant, no matter where you are, most of the time the people are Chinese, right? So it's funny that they don't have that. They don't take the authentic Chinese food to America. They kind of like create their own thing.
Yeah, they change it up. Because I think in America, one of my friends was saying that they have orange chicken. I don't know what that is.
Orange chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they probably don't have that here.
That's what I'm saying, like, each country has their own twist on what Chinese food is.
Because I know about orange chicken. I've never had it though.
This is good, man.
So, are you enjoying your new job?
I'm enjoying it. I love the school that I'm in. And you know what, to be honest, to start off with, I wasn't actually even meant to be in that kindergarten. I was meant to be in a primary school. I was meant to be in a public school actually.
Really?
Where there was only like 60 plus students, and it would be only me teaching. So I was basically teaching like a lecture every single day. And because I just, you know, lastminute.com, me not getting my stuff together, myself together on time and leaving things to the last minute like I usually do, which is something I'm trying to work on. I had to come here on a tourist visa and then do all my paperwork whilst in China, which was such a headache, but I managed to get it done. I advise everybody, get your stuff done in your hometown before you come here.
Right.
So my other option was just like, okay, cool. Because I was thinking, okay, my family, I've got a family of 6 coming to China, flight's been paid for, I can't get no return on it. I thought I would have to come back to the UK, sort out my papers, then come back to China. So then I spoke to like my employer and I said, look, I messed up. This is the situation that I'm in right now. What do I have to do? She was like, oh, you can just go to Hong Kong. And then a week later, she was like, oh, you don't have to go to Hong Kong. We found someone in our visa team who can help you do it all by yourself, blah, blah, blah. But the difference is that in order for you to not go back to the UK and sort out your stuff by yourself, I would have to be in a kindergarten. So, you know what? It was funny because I was just like, oh, because initially my mum booked a flight way early in advance because I came here on the 27th of July. And I was just thinking, oh gosh, I don't need to be here this early. But it was a blessing in disguise because I had to sort out all my stuff while I was here and it all got sorted out before, you know, but basically before everybody else got here because I got here a whole month before. But yeah, to answer your question, I do love my school. I love the teachers. I love the people I work with. We work together.
We work together.
Yeah.
And it's funny because before coming to China, I was in South Korea and I was like strolling through YouTube, getting some inspiration about China. And she popped up. At the time, no red flags. She just popped up. I watched one of the videos. And then I made it. I went to Hong Kong. I did my visa stuff in Hong Kong and then I came to China. And I'm sitting in my hotel room and I'm watching another video of hers, of her going to her actual campus, and I'm like, wait, this is my, I in my head I'm thinking this is my campus, it was the same name. And so there could have been other campuses, which there are, but we ended up being at the same campus and both of us had interest in YouTube, so I kind of like found the need to, that really gave me inspiration to come here because my main goal was to come here and just get settled in and work and start a YouTube channel because I was trying to do that in South Korea but couldn't find the time due to working hours. But now that I'm here and weekends like this really gives me a lot of inspiration because we were, like we said, we were really productive today. We got a lot done. This is her second video.
And I didn't even plan it. I came here to support.
Yeah.
And do whatever you needed me to do, whatever.
So,
yeah.
With that being said, she has literally been able to come, support, and receive support as well. So, it all worked out.
Everything's been good, man.
And she's actually going to eat her egg and carrots. Mine is probably.
I love egg. You're not gonna mix your veg in it, no? I love it. I don't know what that green stuff is. Is that like soup or something?
I think it's like a broth.
Oh, I'll leave that. I had seaweed today, so enough for my stomach.
So what do you think about...
I feel like I'm in an interview. I love it.
I just realized you said, yeah, the seaweed was horrible.
Yeah.
What do you think about Chinese people so far?
Oh my gosh, Chinese people are so helpful. I love them. They're very kind. There was a time where I was doing my shopping and I literally had like 4 or 5 bags and I was struggling and they were all heavy. And this lady, she literally walked me all the way home with my shopping.
Wow.
Yeah. They love to help out foreigners. They're really helpful. I've had a good positive experience.
Yeah.
How are you finding China so far? I mean, it's what, your second week? How are you adjusting? What would you say the difference is from South Korea? Because you were there for 2 years to being in China. I mean, I know it's 2 years versus 2 weeks, but...
I think for the most part, the difference is definitely the food, of course. That's kind of like a given. The atmosphere is a little bit more... Don't get me wrong, it's city here, but in Korea, it's a tad bit more modern. And here you get a lot of rich culture. To where like everything is modern and stuff like that, but in Korea I think that they're just a little bit more advanced with just like breathtaking, like, how can I say it? when it comes to just the buildings, the landscapes of places and stuff like that. I think they're just a little bit ahead of the game. But when it comes to just the people, I think that since my time in China, I found that for the most part, a lot of people that I have met have been like really nice. Of course, no matter where you are, you get stared at, so that's what that is, and that's all it's ever going to be. But for the most part, I miss China. I mean, I miss Korea, but I'm falling in love with China as it goes by.
Do you see yourself staying here for like another year? Like if an opportunity was to come and they said, oh, we want you to stay another year, would you take it?
I think I would, because I think that for the most part, I'm thinking like, for me, you know, teaching is a stepping stone for me, and also teaching not only benefits the kids, but it also benefits me because I learned a lot about myself.
Oh, yeah.
I think that when you start teaching, you kind of like step outside of yourself, and you kind of like, you really have to care for other people, and
Absolutely.
You have to put the kids first. And so like, since I've been here, since I was in Korea for 2 years, and it's just like I've just seen myself grow so much from becoming this boy that moved fresh out of California and just came here, and I was just very like eager to just do like, I don't know, like I feel like when I came from California and I came to Korea, I was really all about just like entertainment business, and I kind of like calmed down and kind of like focused on things that make sense.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think for the most part I can see myself here. The good thing is being in Shenzhen, it's everything is about technology here. That's why it surprises me that everything is not like glitz and glamour, but I think I appreciate that more because I also understand that here, I think people are more true to themselves. When it comes to living in Korea, it's literally all about image. And when it comes down to even your resume, it's like, please put, you know, your picture has to be on your resume in Korea. So I feel like here,
there's less pressure. There's less pressure.
Yeah, there's less pressure.
Yeah. I agree with that, because literally, being from the UK, like it's just like there's a certain look that you have to uphold, I guess.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
In the UK.
And like where you feel like when you're walking down the street, someone's gonna check what creps you're wearing. If you're around a certain group of people.
Or shoes.
Shoes, yeah. Trainers, sneakers, you know. Like if you're around a certain group of friends, like obviously you gotta like, I feel like there's a certain like you gotta keep up with the trends. Like even when you're walking down the street, like even going to and from work, you gotta keep to the pace on the pavement. If you're not walking at a certain pace, like you're doing something wrong. Whereas if I'm here, like I could be looking homeless, jobless, whatless. I could be walking down the street looking like all of the above. But no one's looking at me sideways. Obviously, you know, people are looking at you because you're a foreigner or whatever, but no one's looking at me like, ugh, why is she looking like that? But in the UK, I'm feeling like, even if I'm going to the corner shop, although I may be looking like crap, I'm still looking a bit decent. Yeah. But out here, I can walk out anyhow, whatever. Not to say that I would, but I feel like I have the freedom to do that. Yeah. If that makes sense.
I mean, I feel like it's the other way around. Like in America, you can do like what you want. Of course, you can't dress crazy, but if I wanted to go to the store in my pajamas in America, it's like,
yeah,
it's whatever. Here, because I stand out so much, I feel like when I go out, I think about it as, even though I know there are other foreigners here, I try to like dress nice because I feel like I'm that representation of.
Yeah, because you're the only foreigner that they've seen that looks like you. Yeah.
So I don't want to be the foreigner that's wearing pajamas outside because they're gonna be like, yo, those foreigners are weird.
Yeah.
And for some reason, once one foreign, you know, one does it, it is what it is. That's the story. So it's just like, I try my best
And it doesn't, you know, hurt that, you know, I've just always been like a little fashion bug to where like Zara, if you know me, you grew up with me, you know that, you know, if you take me in Zara, then I might not come out with what I had in my bank account when I went in. So living here, it's kind of like it's become less of a problem because it's not about that here. I can wear anything to work. In Korea, you probably would have gotten stared at if you wore something stupid to work.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's people in the UK that will go to the corner shop in their pajamas or whatever. But
Yeah,
I totally get it. That's why I try not to get so mad, like, because it's inevitable that people are going to stare at me. People might take photos, people might laugh, people might giggle, people might even be talking a load of doo-doo about me in their own language that I don't even know about. And I just have to suck it up because I am not from here. I have to, you know, I'm stepping into their world, if that makes sense.
yeah.
And although on my worst day it may be so frustrating that you're just having someone look at you or take a picture of you, you have to bite your tongue and you have to hold it because it's like, this might be the first day and the only day in their life that they're ever going to see someone that looks like you. So you have to represent us well for that one moment that they see you.
You have to have confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. There's times where I walk down the street, see someone staring at me, I look back and I wave.
Yeah. I've witnessed that.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have to. You just have to like turn a blind eye to it and just keep it moving, you know?
I think that it's the best thing to do, especially in a place like this where something pop off, mom is not right around the corner, so don't try anything that will get you, you know.
You have to carry yourself well.
That was like, oh, I can't believe I'm not finished at all.
Eat your egg.
Mm-hmm.
Eat your egg and your carrots and your veg. It's good. I'm trying to hold on to it.
It's really good.
Because it tastes so good.
It's one of those places where when I get off of work, I'm craving it now. I don't even know the name of it. It's in Chinese.
Yet you're fun. No, it says yet you're fun. Yet you're fun. One thing that you need to understand about Chinese is that when it's translated into English, it's not all the way correct.
Yeah, it's not. Even when I try to like take a picture of something instructions and then have it like translated from the Chinese version to the English version,
it makes no
sense. It'd be like, put washer on bottom for 2 minutes, load, dry, clean, step, wash, powder. Yeah, I'll do exactly what you said.
Yeah, sure. And in that order.
In that order, I don't know what that said, but I'll do it. So, that's the curse of moving here. I think that the fact that I learned how to read, I think that's why I miss Korea so much is that when I went into places, I could order it because I didn't know what it meant, but I can say it. I can look at it and just say it and be like, that's what I want. And so like here, it's literally, if it doesn't have a picture, then it doesn't have my money.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's like if
WeChat though, you can scan it and it will translate it for you.
on WeChat?
Yeah, you don't know about the scan on WeChat. Take a picture of it, it scans it, and it says it in English.
I use another app for that.
Listen, WeChat, you can book a flight, order a taxi, order food online. You can buy a train ticket. You can pay for your phone bill. You can send money to someone else. You can do so many things
Yeah.
that I haven't even yet discovered.
WeChat is a beast.
Honestly, that's all you need. Just your phone, WeChat, that's it. Beep. So let's say your first experience, like what was your highlight of your week at school?
I think the highlight of my week
Okay, let's just talk about the not so highlighting moments. First off, I think the students are amazing, but for some reason, I'm gross to some of them.
He teaches 5 to 6 year olds. I teach 4 to 5 year olds.
A couple of them were like, you know, oh my gosh, you're black. I got the. So none of this is shocking. I come from Korea, which it was much worse. So they were like, oh my god, you're black. And then one student, we're gonna call her Sally. Her name is not Sally, but Sally. They were asleep, and they have nap time. And I was walking into the classroom on my first day because I walk in at the end of nap time to help them wake up and to prepare them to go outside and exercise. And all of the other students were asleep. And Sally was standing, she was the only student awake, but she was standing out of her they have little bunk beds, and she was standing and it was dark, and she looked at me and was like, you're gross. This was my first day. I was like, yeah, I'll see you later.
I still find that funny to this day.
The crazy part is that this same girl is literally every day she sees me now, she grabs me by the hand and was like, play with me, and I'm just like, was that like a demon? You were possessed when you woke up the first
like,
day?
well, where was that same energy you had before?
I don't understand.
I'm gross, remember?
Yeah. And this is what really shocks me is that anyone who worked with me in South Korea know that, sorry, I had a favorite student, and literally the moment we met, me and this student literally understood each other. We never had a problem. His name was Roy, and that's all I have to say about Roy. He was smart, he was well spoken with his English skills, and he was my favorite student. Literally, it's happening all over again with another student, and I swear to God, this was not planned. Literally, a student named Roy is literally taking a liking to me to the point where he doesn't call me by my name, he calls me friend. And
that's so sweet.
At the Friday, they had a ceremony. I am way at the top, standing in like what we would consider like the balcony or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he literally picked me out and then just started waving from like, I don't know how he saw me. And I'm just like, wow, this kid is really taking a liking to me. So I guess when it comes to people named Roy,
Roy's your thing.
I almost named my dog Roy.
Really? Oh my gosh.
I was like, yo, maybe, I think that
Roy,
name,
come here.
I'm just like, yo, when I meet a person named Roy, I'm just like, okay.
They gravitate towards
me. So it's like, he's a really good kid, and his English skills are just amazing. And it's literally like the same person, the same little kid in South Korea. And yeah, that's pretty much the highlight. Sorry, this rice is literally sitting in my chest.
So what about, let's call her Susie.
Sally? Oh. What?
No, not Sally, Susie. Mm-hmm. What about Susie?
Which one is Susie? Oh.
We're calling her Susie.
Susie. So there's this kid named Susie. Her name is not Susie. But we're gonna call her that, and don't get me wrong, she is smart as a whip. But the only problem is that she's a different type of smart. She's like,
in a different dimension.
I remember this smart, meaning like I don't comprehend it, I don't understand anything that I just said to you, but
it's English.
But it's English. Basically, you can say, hey Susie, how are you? And she will respond, chopsticks. But to put it in a better context, her sentences are all complete. Friday, all of the students are watching a movie, and I'm trying to prepare the students that are still eating, prepare them to help them finish and get them seated for the movie. Susie is done, but Susie loves to talk to me in English. Mind you, I can't understand a damn thing Susie is saying, but
I always respond. So everyone is watching the movie and I'm like, Susie, are you going to watch the movie with the rest of the kids? Oh no, I don't think I can jump rope. And it's like, I don't know.
There's no correlation, there's nothing. Like,
nothing. So, but it's like, she quotes, either it's a book or a movie. And it'll be like, that same morning, I walked into class to wake them up from their nap. And I was like, hello Susie, this feels weird. So it's like,
what's the one that she was flying?
Oh, she was on like a little jungle gym thing, like on the playground, and I was like, Susie, don't fall. What if I fly? And I'm like, yeah, you're never going to respond to it when it actually, like something that actually makes sense to
I
like,
just found that so funny.
you know, the initial sentence. And so like, she's also one of my favorite students. Her and Roy are kind of like right there. The reason why Susie is one of my favorite students is because I don't think a lot of people at the school know how to interact with her, because she doesn't even know how to interact.
She's on a different level.
Yeah, she's on a different like level. It's just like her English skills are amazing, but she doesn't comprehend what she's saying. I think she watches a lot of movies to the point where if you just listen to her, based off of what she remembers, her vocabulary is already up there past students that are probably studying in their home country. In America, her vocabulary is already there. Her sentence structure is already there. Her pronunciation is amazing. She doesn't even sound like a student, a foreign student speaking another language. She literally sounds like an American student, but she does not know anything that she's saying because it's just like all based off of what she watches or whatever it reads, or I don't know. And she just remembers it and no comprehension at all. So, but yeah, she's amazing, and I look forward to like seeing her every day because I'm like, I'm like, okay, today
she brings joy and excitement to your day.
Yeah, I'm like, hey Susie, I know you're gonna say something completely weird to me.
Yeah.
And her favorite thing to say is like, oh no. Oh no.
So animated.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Okay, let's switch gears.